Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to this pre-event webinar for the Britain and Ireland Marketplace 2026. I'm Aaron Wiltshire from ETOA, the European Tourism Association, and I'm just here to give a quick tour of the information required during the run-up to this year's edition of BIM. This event, Britain and Ireland Marketplace BIM, is organised by ETOA in partnership with UK Inbound and Visit Britain. And we must, of course, also thank the support of the other national tourist boards of Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, and acknowledge our sponsors, Bokun, Uberboat, Guinness Storehouse, Rowan Co, and Smithwick's, and you'll be discovering more about them as we approach the date of the event. So all of the useful information is held on the BIM website, and that's etoa/BIM. And there you'll be able to get any of the information that you not covered here. But if there's any doubt in the run-up to the event, please do contact events@etoa.org, and we'll endeavour to get back to you as soon as we can. But just to cover some of the top-level elements now, the venue is the same as it has been for a few years, the Intercontinental London, the O2. We will be kicking off registrations from 8 o'clock, and that's not to say that we expect everybody from 8 o'clock, but please just be in place for the welcoming notes at 8:50 for the appointments to start at 9 a.m. And they will, once they start, the clock ticks and the meetings take place throughout the day. We'll be running through until 5:30, which will then follow a drinks reception. If you need any time blocked at the beginning or the end of the day for inbound or outbound travel, please do let us know as soon as possible in advance. That really makes it easier once we start matching the meetings. It's easier to block them in advance before they're matched than unpick them afterwards. At this event, buyers are seated and suppliers will walk the room in accordance with the agendas that we will provide. So just be prepared that the tour operators, the buyers, the hosted buyers will be seated and we'll be providing a floor plan information for that. And then every 12 minutes, the suppliers will move around the room in accordance with the table numbers and the timings. So if you're a supplier, just be aware not to bring too much stuff because you'll be walking the room during those meetings. So just to be warned, it is going to be an intense day. We've got a really good ratio for the suppliers at this event. So you're likely to be very busy. But yeah, just focus on the 12-minute meetings, and maybe the other materials can be used in a follow-up after the event. So this is, as I said, the information about any details and practical details as we run up to the event. What launches today are the appointments. The preferences, we do a two-stage process for the Britain and Ireland Marketplace. In the first instance, starting today, the 5th of January, we launch your preferences. So for the day of the event itself, there are 32 scheduled meetings and 4 completely unscheduled open appointments. At this stage, however, we ask you to submit your top 15 meeting preferences. So you'll be able to log in, and there's different versions for if you're a buyer or a supplier, and you'll be able to either select the categories. In this case, as you can see, I'll be a buyer and these are suppliers. You'll be able to pick those and filter the list by the destination, the type, by the specific companies, or you can just click for the full list. And then everybody has a profile which you've got to read, just review in terms of what they're after, who they're interested in, and if they align. When you add those to your list, you need to put them in order of preferences. So as I said, you've got 15. They will also be submitted by your counterparts. So we collect 15 each from the buyers and suppliers, and then you have until the 15th of January, so a 10-day process in order to do that. So my advice is to submit your 15 in the first instance, and then maybe visit back on the 14th or 15th just to review that list in case there have been any changes. So there's likely to be additions into January on both the buyer and the supplier side. Then on the 16th of January, we run the initial matchmaking and issue our provisional agendas, and that's where you'll be able to have your first view of the lineup for the day. And then you have the top-up phase up until the 26th of January, where you can then manually request any top-up meetings that you'd like to have. And during that point, outside of the binary of buyer and supplier, we also have a category called exhibitor. They may be requesting meetings from you, or you can request meetings from them. They sit slightly outside of that dynamic, but very useful meetings, and they may be different sponsors or indeed the team from the Visit Britain markets. So do look out for that. So we'll note these dates in the email that you'll have received this link for, but the deadline for your preferences is the 15th, and then you'll be able to top up until the 26th. I would not leave any action for this until the top-up phase, because the real work is done with the initial matchmaking. So if you don't, and you're a popular delegate at this event, your meeting may be filled up with people asking, requesting you. So if you want to make sure that you get some focus in your meeting agenda that aligns with your specific needs, as well as those who want to meet with you, make sure you submit some preferences in advance. Okay, that's it from me. Wishing you a practical kind of run up to the event. As I said, if you've got any questions before BIM, please contact events@etoa.org in the first instance. Many thanks, and we'll see you there.